You guys ready to go for Saturday, huh?
Ready to go for Saturday. Green and gold, fired up, and yeah, we got. Our meet starts at 10 o'clock with field events, and then sprinkled throughout the day we have throws, and the track events begin at noon. So yeah, just kind of excited for the season to begin. All the hard work during the winter time, all the hard work during the fall. It's just one of those times now that we kept everybody kind of at bay and working out hard, and now it gets a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it for sure. A lot of seniors in the team. We're going to miss them, but should be a good year.
What do you want to see happen for both the women and men at this event on Saturday?
Just kind of an icebreaker. We leave to go to Turlock down to Stanislaus in 2 weeks. So this is kind of just to kind of get that atmosphere going, so people get used to it. Go through your routine, visualize what the races are going to be like, what your events are going to be like. So it's just kind of to break the ice and have an inter-squad meet. We'll split them up evenly, green versus gold. We'll have some community members in there as well. But it's just to kind of shake everything loose a little bit, give them a little bit of a benchmark, and get them basically mentally prepared for the season to begin in March. So that's what green and gold's always been. It's just a lot of fun too, a lot of inter-squad fun, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, it's not one of those meets where you're facing conference opponents, but there has to be an importance to this.
Bragging rights. Teammates can challenge one another, and just have some fun scoring the meet against each other. But yeah, predominantly it's just to kind of get things going, and it's also good for the community too. We can have the community come in and spectate and even participate if they like, and not a problem. But we're all this hard work is coming to this day, so this is where we started off for 2017, and myself and the coaches are very excited to see what kind of marks we can put up and just get ready for the rest of the season.
The sun has come out for the last couple of days. Has Mother Nature impacted your guys' preparation for the season?
Yes, it has. It's been raining a lot, and luckily we have some good indoor facilities, and we've been lucky enough to have some nice openings with some of the events to practice without the rain. But it definitely does. I'm more concerned about the actual meets themselves that are coming up if this continues, just because it's hard to get good marks when it's cold and when it's raining anywhere, not just Humboldt County, but anywhere. So, but hey, we're used to it. And so if the entire state is wet, then we'll be used to that, and we'll kind of have a little bit of an advantage. But ultimately, we're trying to use this good weather when we do get it to have good marks. So what we'll do is just forecast what's in front of us, and if we know that Turlock is going to be a little bit windy and cold and rainy, then we might hold some people back, and hopefully that Chico the following week will be better. So we'll kind of just strategize around the weather. In general, the team's in very good shape, and they've been working hard. So I think now it's just up to us as coaches to really put them in the right place so they can actually do as well as they can, and not only get some personal records, but get them qualified for some high conference marks as well as national championships. That's our ultimate goal, is to perform well at the end. So we'll look at that now in the beginning.
Final two questions for me. I know, like last year, you said you guys had a huge turnout for the team. So the turnout for the team this year, and then also, are there any events for fans that are coming out Saturday that just can't miss events to check out?
You know what? Yeah, as far as events for this weekend, our women's team is very strong. They're deep, well experienced with lots of seniors, and I just say in general, look for every event on the women's side. Specifically, the throws look very strong. They're deep. Our distances look good as well. We have some good returning athletes: Elizabeth Tejedas, Corey Gilly, Ariel Oliver, Marissa McKay. They'll be interviewed today, but these are women that are all seniors and that have or really close to national championship experience. Ariel Oliver and Elizabeth Tejedas are coming back from nationals qualifying last year, second team All-Americans. And so you add in other components with Corey Gilly coming off a redshirt year, and Marissa McKay just missing, nationals by a few places. It's just it's kind of cool to see all that come together in 1 year. All the stars are starting to align a little bit. If we can keep them healthy, we look real good on paper. And I'd say as far as Saturday's events, I'd keep an eye on everything as far as the women are concerned. On the men's side this weekend, you got to keep an eye on Tegan Eilers. He's in great shape. He redshirted last year because of the medical redshirt, and this is his senior year. And then you have Dustin Solomon, who's a redshirt sophomore, who's in very, very good shape. And hopefully him and Chase Wheeler can come around and maybe qualify in the steeplechase for national championships. And then we have plenty of other good athletes that I just don't have enough time to talk about. But those are our leaders. Those are our leaders, and that's kind of what we're looking forward to.
What time do you start on Saturday?
So you'll have some events. I'd say 10 o'clock.
Okay.
On the field events, and then you'll have 12 o'clock for the track events. It's kind of a round number, but you can always go to our website, take a look at it. It's right there. Andrew's done a good job of updating us things for us. So we'll put together the heat sheet and flight sheets this week, have things ready to go, and competition will begin on Saturday. So that's kind of our plan.
So, Coach, how do you think sending 2 players to nationals last year, how do you think that raised your expectations for what the team can do this year, as well as do you think that it's kind of trickled down to the other athletes and really encouraged them that this is a real possibility and something that can be achieved?
Definitely. So going back to your first part of the question is, yeah, when I'm sitting there with my coaches at nationals last year, we have 2 athletes there. And our goal this year is to bring 4 to 6 athletes. So let's double or even triple the amount we have. So those are the expectations we have on a national level. Conference-wise, I think that's just going to pull everybody up. And I do think that at least when I was a student athlete and I was competing, when somebody made it to the nationals, you're thinking, well, maybe I can get there too, because you practice with them every single day. And your expectations, not only team-wise, but personally go a little bit higher because somebody's pulled you up. So I do feel there's definitely a good effect from the top to to the top of the roster all the way down, in that it will help pulls everybody's expectations up. And even if they don't make it to nationals, they can still be keep progressing and become maybe they place better at the conference level. So I really feel that we're a team, and it's like, hey, everybody has their role on the team, and those people that are at that level just to help everybody else. And that's how I feel. And it's just, we're lucky enough to have multiple people that can help us get there.
You mentioned, and we're going to talk to them as well, but can you just briefly touch on the senior women and how that's really impacted the program and really what they have brought the program to, because, Corey Gilly going to nationals, we had 2 last year. Can you really just talk about how that's really elevated the women's program here at Humboldt?
Yeah, what not a lot of people don't see is the fact that, this whole thing is a process. And here you are, and you are, you've been building this team for the last, 3 to 4, 5 years, recruiting freshmen who are now seniors. And it's kind of cool to see it all come together. And it's like a puzzle. And all the pieces are now in place. And we're going to miss that senior class. But, at the same time, they've had really good careers. And we're really looking forward to the season and enjoying all the hard work they put in. So it's taken a long time to get here. And this is my 7th season. And you can finally see all the hard work you might have done the first, 2nd, and 3rd years in recruitment, and now that cycle is coming out. And that's with any team here at Humboldt State. You work so damn hard to get them here. They've had great experiences. They've gotten better and better and better. And then here you are, your first cycle or cycle and a half, it's coming to fruition. But they deserve it. All the kids are putting all the hard work in, and it's just, this is what you work for. This is why you coach, is to see them, reach those high levels.